Hello friends, this is my second video on intermittent fasting. In this video, I would like to look at the wider literature on intermittent fasting and its effect on health, disease process and aging. So intermittent fasting research is done extensively in animals as well as in human beings. It is done over a century and we have several research studies on this topic. So let us look at some of the interesting findings from the past research studies. So let us see intermittent fasting and metabolic switch. So it is widely studied in human beings as well as in animals. So in metabolic switch, fatty acids and ketone bodies are used as fuel sources instead of glucose. Ketone bodies are not just fuel for energy during fasting, it has tremendous effect on cell and organ functions. It has also effect on systemic metabolism and also influence health and aging. It has also implications for brain health and neurodegenerative disorders. So ketone body metabolism is very important and that is what is triggered during the intermittent fasting process. So let us look at some more wider health benefits. So there are studies showed that intermittent fasting interventions reduce obesity, insulin resistance, dyslipidemia, hypertension and inflammation. So this study is done over a 2-year period and there was a 25% calorie restriction in this group. Let us look at another study. This study, the main outcome was working memory and this was done on a large group of individuals, around 200 individuals and over 2-year period and there was again a 25% calorie restriction. So the study showed that intermittent fasting led to significant improvement in working memory. More research on intermittent fasting. So several studies proved that daily calorie restriction improves many cardiovascular risk factors in non-obese people. And there are some studies showed that it is beneficial in diabetes and pre-diabetes patients when they followed 4:3 intermittent fasting regime. That is 24-hour fasting 3 times a week. So 4 days of eating and 3 days of fasting. So in my previous video I mentioned that there are different types of intermittent fasting regime. So this is one type. So there are multiple indicators and several research showed that intermittent fasting improves the cardiovascular health in animals as well as in human beings. So large studies or longitudinal studies showed that excessive energy intake, that is excess calorie intake, is linked to several disease processes like stroke, Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. So the opposite of it will help. That means when there is calorie restriction, it will help in all these conditions. So that is what the epidemiological data says. Weight loss reduces the symptoms of asthma in obese patients. So intermittent fasting reduces weight loss. That I have mentioned in my previous video when we looked specifically at a finding of systematic review. So weight loss reduces the symptoms of asthma in obese patients. And also it helps in arthritis patients because it reduces the inflammatory process. But there are some studies which is yet to be proved conclusively in human beings. For example, for cancer recurrence, there are several animal studies showed that intermittent fasting reduced the cancer process. But it is yet to be proven in long-term studies in human beings. And neurodegenerative disorders, there are some indicators that intermittent fasting is beneficial in neurodegenerative disorders, but more work need to be done and more controlled, well-designed research studies are needed to prove that it is beneficial in human beings. And also another area which is of very important and it is widely studied is the aging process. And there are several studies done in several species of animals says that it enhances the longevity and reduces the aging process. But we don't know the impact of it yet in human beings because we need long-term studies to prove that. But there are studies showing, which is of short-term studies shows that it already helps in the overall health and the aging process. So the key messages: intermittent fasting along with regular exercise and a healthy lifestyle has several impacts on mental and physical well-being. And there are some people experience some irritability, lack of concentration, hunger, etc. when they start on intermittent fasting regime, but that will disappear slowly as the body get adjusted to the new regime. So over a period of several days or several months, we need to adapt to an intermittent fasting regime if we are following daily calorie restriction, that is eating during 8-hour window period and fasting 16 hours, 16 up to 18 hours. It should be achieved gradually. And if we are following the other intermittent fasting method, that is 5:2 method, which is also popular, 5 days of normal calorie intake and 2 days of restricted calorie intake. So the restricted calorie intake should be around 500 calories, that is very less for a day, but that could be achieved gradually. So we need to remember that if you have any chronic conditions, you need to follow the advice of doctors, nurses, nutritionists or dietitians and then start on intermittent fasting regime. So the overall conclusions are, many studies have done in the past, many studies are currently ongoing. There are several ongoing trials on this subject. So we will get more information in the future. And the studies in human beings showed that intermittent fasting is effective to reduce weight and also beneficial in several health conditions such as obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, etc. And there are other benefits showed in animal studies, as I mentioned earlier: longevity, reducing the tumor process, neurodegenerative conditions, etc., which is studied in animals. And also it's beginning to show, there are some early evidence indicates that intermittent fasting is beneficial in human beings as well. So, and most of the research done on middle-aged, non-obese and obese people. So generalizing to the other age groups, there are few studies done on elderly patients, but generalizing to overall population from younger adults, children to elderly, that we need more research information to generalize to a wider population. So that's all about the information I want to share in this video. Thanks for watching. And here are my reference which I use. Some of the reference I have used much more research studies. I have mentioned here few studies which are very important to shape this information in this video. So thank you again. See you next with another video. Goodbye.